Hello, how are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. It is 7 o'clock and it is time for Sunday Fun Day. Okay, when you get here, type that you're here so you know who's on with me tonight. Tonight we are going to be making a fancy card in addition to learning a new technique. And at the end of the video, I'm going to share with you. Hi, Carol. How are you? The new 12 Days of Christmas Advent Calendar box, whatever Stampin' Up's calling it. I'm calling it 12 Days of Goodness because it's just amazing. So tonight we are going to learn how to create our own background using rubber bands and ink. And then we're going to put all of that together into a fancy fold card. So let's see who's on with me tonight. I see that Carol's on, but that's about all I'm seeing. So, oh, Lori's there. Okay. Lori, and is Jeannie with you? Because one device tells me one thing, the other device tells me a whole different thing. So I never know who's with me. All right, we are going to get started. I think I'm going to... Oh, happy birthday, Jeannie. You are the birthday girl in the house. So fun. So fun. Okay, so I'm thinking I am going to use this stamp set. Not 100% sure. This is the other one that I pulled that I'm leaning towards also. So I'm just going to set those aside for right now. I have some smaller blocks pulled. The colors that I am going to work with tonight are Pecan Pie or Pecan Pie, whichever way you'd like to call it. Cajun Craze. This is a really nice reddish orange color. It's not super red, but it's not orange either. It's kind of like that in-betweeny color, which I love. And then Early Espresso. That is the third color I'm using. I will be using some 4x4 blocks just because my rubber bands are so big. So I'm going to set those aside. That's what we're creating. Isn't that fun? That is so fun. I do need to grab a blending brush. See, I knew I needed one more thing and I didn't have it on my table. So I'll grab that in a second. But for our card, hi Desi. For our card tonight, I am using, oh, I can't remember if this is Old Olive or Mossy Meadow. It's one or the other. I can't remember. But you will need it at 5.5 by 8.5. And then you are going to make 2 score lines. If you didn't, we'll do those together. And then there's a whole bunch more other stuff. So I'm going to grab that blending brush right now so that then we can get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is let's score our card base, and then we're going to create the background. So I have to grab my paper trimmer now. Because of course, it's not sitting right with me. Hi, Mary Lynn, how are you? All right, so I'm going to move my cutting blade up so that I don't cut my card. I have done that numerous times. So we are going to put our cardstock in at 4 1/4. Right there. That is going to give us our first score line that we need. Now, I'm going to take that out because I do already have this part scored, but I'm going to score it again. It is 2 and 1/8 right there. And I want to make sure I'm using my white blade. Now, another way to score this card, basically it was fold it in half and then fold it in half again. It's pretty simple. So let's grab our bone folder and give us some nice crispy edges. There's a crispy edge, and now I'm going to fold this one back in on itself. And I'm going to give that a nice crispy edge. And that right there is going to be the makings of our card. So I'm just going to set that aside for the moment. What a beautiful weekend we've had here. So you're going to have a white piece, some specialty paper, your pattern paper, a cardstock, a piece of white that is 3.5 by 4.5, and then 2 pieces of white that are 4 by 5.25. We're going to start with one of those pieces because we are going to create a plaid background. And now I'm hoping I remember what the card looked like that I had designed. Aha! That's going to be fun. We're going off of my memory. So I am going to grab my rubber bands and I'm going to put them on. They're not straight. And I have a nice chunky chubby one right here. I think I want, nope, that went too straight for me. I like a little bit of the curvature to it. There we go. And now I'm going to put a skinny one. So I'm just going to turn my block. And I'm going to put a skinny one. Kind of, and I don't want that bend at the same spot. Let's see if I can get that to twist in a different location. Oh, there we go. And now I'm going to put another chunky one at this end. And I am okay with them being not straight. So this is one, and I'm going to do it again on this block. So I'm going to put one chunky. Ooh, I like that right there. We're going to use this side. I'm going to turn just so that, because I already like that and I don't want to disturb that at all. Here's another one. And then I'm going to put one more, and that one's going to be kind of like a chunky, chubby one. Okay, so both of my blocks now, and you don't have to do 2 blocks. I'm doing 2 blocks only because I'm doing 2 colors, and I'm kind of being lazy, and I don't want to clean in between till I'm all done, and then I'll use the kitchen sink to clean them. Okay? So first off, I'm going to take this one. There's no rhyme or reason. And I'm going to bring in Early Espresso because it's a darker color. Okay? And I'm just inking this up as if it was a stamp. Okay? Let's get it off the table. Okay. It would probably have been easier had I had a larger ink pad, but it's okay. And I'm going to place this on, and I'm going to hold it for a second, and some of that might have little residual, might lay, and that's okay. I'm okay with this because we're going to then build going the other direction. So now I need to add more ink, and we're just going to keep piling the ink on. And I'm going to stamp off onto this side, and then, no, I think I am going to attempt to line this up, but something I think has moved. Okay, well, we're hoping for the best. Not bad. Not bad at all. So I'm going to just do a little wipe right there. And now I'm going to stamp it one more time so that I can get this edge. Okay. So I'm going to bring my ink back to the block. And I'm going to stamp it again right here. Oh, that was much better. Okay, let's wipe that because we don't want that on anything. And one more time. And I really only need the 2 bands. I don't need that 3rd band. Oops. There we go. And we're going, oh no, I inked the wrong band. Need to do the blue band. There we go. Am I backwards on this? Yeah, because something's not lining up. Okay. I think I need to move that over just a hair. There we go. Close enough, because we are going to create going the other direction. So this will get washed in the kitchen sink after we're done. Now I'm going to bring this one in, and I'm turning it, and I am going to now change my color. So I'm now going to go with the Pecan Pie, and it's going to go across my card base. All right, so I'm going to ink this up. This is not the cleanest of techniques, but it is fun. Yesterday, Matt and I went to Woodhaven because he is one of the, it's called Unified bowling coaches, and all of the Unified teams in Woodhaven were putting on a fall fest for the special needs kids. And it wasn't just the Woodhaven ones. They had it opened up to all of the downriver communities, and it was so cool. A lot of the high school kids also worked this. And just to see the joy on the kids' faces was just so rewarding. And of course, what booth did he sign us up for? The hot dog booth. So I helped with hot dogs for a little bit, and then I switched and started to help with cookies and chips and water and juice. Because the smell of hot dogs. I love hot dogs, but the smell. No thanks. Okay, let's do our last 2 bands right there. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to see if I can get this one to be a little better. Oh, I like that. A little bit better. Okay, let's cap up the Pecan Pie, and we're going to set that aside as well. Let's wipe. I'm telling you girls, I'm really loving this glass mat. That's all I can say. And now I'm going to bring in my Cajun Craze and a blending brush, and I'm going to go around my edges, and then I'm going to go into the inside as well. So basically what we just did was we created our own pattern paper. And I could have left the rubber bands to be smooth and flat, and I would have gotten them all on perfectly, but that wasn't the look I was going for. So I'm okay with them being completely wonky. And I think I want the outer edge here to be a little darker. But I mean, it was so, so nice. We did that yesterday, and then just kind of chilled and relaxed at home. I think this was the only weekend we both had like not a ton of stuff going on. So it was so, so nice. I was able to design all of our Sunday fun days from now till the end of November. There, that is our background. Isn't that fun? That is so, so fun. All right, now we're gonna do our card. Let's clean this up. There we go. All right, let's bring in that base. And we're gonna bring in the other white piece that was 4 by 5 1/4, because this is what's going to go here on the inside. Okay, and you know what, I think we need a little bit of color on that too. I'm just going to do this outer edge. Just going to create that little bit of a halo, and all it is the residual of what's left on my brush. There we go. That looks good. Okay, let's grab adhesive. Oh, we should probably stamp something on it before I go plopping it down. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. I think I like, my heart is filled with gratitude. Let's do that. I think I like that. And the other thing that I've been seeing lately is the sentiments are either really high or really low. Where do you typically put your sentiment? Do you put it like in the middle? Do you put it high? Do you put it low? I'm not 100% sure. This one, I think I'm going to go high on it. And I am going to use that early espresso because it's a bit darker. I think I'm going to go, let's see. I'm going to go right there. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And I think I'm going to stamp a little leaf. I'm going to stamp it in the Cajun Craze. Right there, and then I'll do second generation right there. That looks mighty cute. So do you put your sentiment at the top, the middle, or the bottom of your inside? Did anyone tell me? How do I come up with these things? Oh, Mary Lynn. Mary Lynn, Mary Lynn, Mary Lynn. It is called YouTube. It is called Pinterest. It's called catalogs and magazines. I'm constantly searching and scrounging around for fresh ideas for us. Hey, Patty, you snuck in there. Awesome. Okay, so this is going to go on the inside of our card. So let's get that put on. And you know, when you don't sleep, I know I should not be on an iPad or my phone when I can't sleep, but I do it anyway. And then I kind of write down my ideas when I see something and then go from there. Now I'm just hoping I remember the rest of this card. I believe this goes here, and it does. So this we're going to put on the front panel of our card. So I'm just going to go upside down with it so I don't go over. And I am going to put my adhesive right here. And I want it to mirror the inside. So it should look like that. Yes. I think that's wrong. Let me see if I took a screenshot of my own card. I don't think that's right, girls. I really don't. It isn't. Because there's a piece that we need. Oh, fudgesicles. Oh, banana, banana, banana. Because it's supposed to have like a fun fold to it. And that's not going to create the fun fold. Let's see. I'm looking back at my old pictures and seeing if by any chance, did I take a picture? No, I didn't. Okay, so we're winging this. We are 100% winging this because I don't think this goes here. This does not go there. Oh, Jiminy Crickets. Because that's supposed to go like so. This is supposed to be the panel that goes here behind this piece. That's supposed to go like that. Well, we're doing it a little bit different because I can't remember what I had originally planned. Okay, so we're going to set some of this stuff aside because we're not going to be using it now unless we can figure out how we can use it. So let's bring in our 3x4 cardstock and then our 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 pattern paper. These two, I can tell you, I know right where those go. Those are to go on the front. Like that. Yeah, see, I don't believe this goes here. And I'm peeling it off. Hopefully I get it off. Whew, got it off. And this, I think, goes on the back side. All right, I'm dismantling this card. Okay, not a big deal. We're going to punt. We're going to put the plaid that we created. That is going on the inside. That goes here. The back of my card is going to be where my sentiment goes. Right there. That goes there. Now, this is going here, but now we have to get rid of that because, you know, I don't like that. All right, let's just see if it's just a little bit of rub and remove eraser should. There we go. Yes. Okay, that picked that up nicely. And this is going to go here because your 3.5 by 4.5 piece goes here with this pop-up piece. But now I don't remember how that goes. Hold on. I can figure this out. I think it went here And then that goes on top of it or behind it. That might go behind it. That might go here. Give me a half a second to think this through. Because if it goes there, then it would pop up on that. All right, and then it would close like that. That would go there, and that would go here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think. Not 100% sure. Again, we're going to figure this all out together. All right, so your white, that was at 3.5 by 4.5. This obviously needs a little bit of color too, because it's so stark compared to our background. And we are going to do a little bit of stamping on this. That I want to say is going to go there, and that's going to go there. Because then once this opens, that would pop up. Yes, that's what it does. Okay, we're good. We're good. See, that's the problem when you do something so far in advance. I lose my train of thought and my thinking. So for this, I believe I want the words thinking of you right about there, because it does go beautifully with our sentiment. So we're going to do that. Hi, April. Oh, did you go somewhere, Patty? You're saying hello again. I'm telling you, it depends on the device. One device tells me people are here. The other one doesn't tell me anything. All right, I'm going to come a little bit lower on this one just because I want to make sure that it is covered. I'm going to give it a second to soak in. There we go. And it's definitely not straight, but it's okay. That's what makes it a homemade card, right? How you doing, April? Don't forget we have we have Christmas card workshop this coming Saturday. Don't forget. And then Paper Pumpkin next Saturday. So I could see it twice in 2 weeks. All right, I'm going to bring in these little leaves. And that might emphasize the fact that it's not straight. You know what? We're going to put it on anyway. It's going to be okay. But I want second generation of the Cajun Craze on your calendar. Great. And Shelly's joining us on Saturday too. Okay, I want to stamp off because I don't want that first generation. I want second generation, and I'm going to go right over like that. So it's kind of a little touch, but not a major touch, if you know what I mean. Okay, so now for the pop-up mechanism, you are going to need a piece that is 2 1/4 by 3, 2 1/4 by 3, and you are going to score at 3/4, 1 1/2, and 2 1/4. Or you could fold it in half, fold it in half again, and then fold it this way. So right now it's looking like a W, well, a W. But what we want is we're putting adhesive on these 2 outer edges. We're going to do this bottom edge, so it would be the right hand side. We're going to put our adhesive there first. And I'm going to be very, very, very generous with that adhesive. I'm going to fold this in half so that that adhesive is right there. And I want to line this up right at the edge of that plaid that we just created. Like so. Now we're going to put our adhesive on this far edge that's towards the inside of the card. All right, I just want to see, because I swear it goes like this, but don't do it yet. No, that's not right. See? Okay. It's this piece is what's going to go right on top of that. So it's going to float. Now I have to get this. There we go. So that piece, no, see, that's not right either. All right. That does not go there. That does go here. Hold on, ladies. Boy, are we having issues with tonight. Okay. Let's put adhesive on all of this again. It needs to get closer to the center of the card. This needs to be right smack dab in the center of the card. There we go. Yes. Yes, that goes like so. Okay, this then sits on top of, no, it can't sit there. Oh, leaping lizards. How does this go? Because if it goes there, then we're off. We are, well, we're not that off. Because it needs to go here. We need to put more adhesive right there and then let that sit like that. So then when we close our card, but see how that now goes over? I'm okay with it. Because then this can go here. And then we'll just do a little trim. We're going to trim a little bit off. Okay? So this piece, which is 3.5 by 4.5, I'm going to trim off 1/4 inch. I'm going to bring it down 1/4 inch because it's just a little too bulky. So I did 1/4 inch on the right hand side. Okay. Bring my little brush back in. Okay. So now I want to put adhesive here. And I'm going to put that. Let's see, how does that work? Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, now let's see. Our specialty paper. 1 by 2 3/4 and 1 by 3.5. I'm thinking that went here. Yep, which needs to be trimmed. And then this is going to go on the front. Yeah. Okay, so that piece needs to get trimmed down just a hair as well. And I'm going to let this pretty paper speak for itself. I'm not adding anything else to the front of this. I'm allowing that to do its own talking, so to speak. So let's trim a little bit off of this, back down to a 3 1/4 as opposed to 3.5. Now this is that Earthen Tone Metallic Paper. It is stunning. And this is going to go to the bottom of this piece. And I'm not going to put it all the way at the bottom. I'm going to close that. This is going to lay right on the center of that. So I'm going to put this here upside down so that I can see right where I need to put my adhesive. And I just want to make sure that I'm only getting where it will be on top of the green. So I'm just centering it in like that, so that then when we, oh, see, I did it right. Yay, we did it right. So when it sits, it looks like this piece is floating. Oh, yay. I'm so glad we figured it out. Isn't that pretty? Such a pretty card. A lot of work, but oof, such a pretty card. Let's add a few gems. Let's see, what color should we do? No, I don't think I like any of those colors with it. Oh, there we go. We will use those because these are the perfect color, and I'm going to use the green. And I got some green ones right here already started. So I'm going to use those. And of course, it's stuck to my glass mat now. Oh my word. And I'm just going to put a tiny one down here, like that. And that finishes off this card. Now, the thing that I really want to show you, I have opened it, so I cannot lie. I did open it already because the curiosity got to me. Love it. I love it. Okay. It's this beautiful box. It's stunning. I realize that it is a higher price point. It's $99, but the value is $125. So the price is perfect. So I'm going to raise this up just a little so that you can see. So this is, let's see, 10.5 by 11 3/4. So it's a pretty big box and it's thick. So I'm going to open this up because I have already opened all of the spots for my team. So I'm going to share now with you what's in the boxes. And we're going to go in order. So we're going to go with number 1. And number 1 are a bunch of dies. And these dies are pretty incredible. So it is 3 flowers, a square, scallop square with a rainbow in it, and then a butterfly and 2 leaves. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dies. And it does match a stamp set that comes with it as well. Let me grab that for you. This is the stamp set. I like it. You've got a lot of potential great things for cards with this stamp set. It's great. And then those dies, you would cut this, and here. And I'm not sure if it cuts out that butterfly too. Let's take a look at it. No, but it cut out both of these. And then some leaves, just general leaves. And it's 2 stamp sets that comes in this. There. Now they're right. Okay, so you get this stamp set in addition to everything here. So you got dies in there. That was number 1. Number 2, oh my gosh, it's pretty incredible. It's paper. And it's really, really pretty paper. Oh, and it's only one-sided. So you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 20 sheets. And yes, they are 6 by 6, but they are perfect for cards. So I'm just going to slide that back into this spot for now, and I will deal with it later. So that was number 2. Number 3 is over here, and I opened this up. Oh my goodness. Wait till you see these. Let's just make sure they don't all go flying. And they did. So you will get 2 sizes, and they have like a little dome on them. So you get a medium and a small, and then you just use a glue dot or your Barely Art glue to stick them on. And you get this entire little bag. I mean, and this bag is chock full. It is nice and chubby, filled with all kinds of goodness. I mean, and it's pretty full. I mean, it's thick. So that's number 3. Number 4 is up here. And number 4 was a bunch of cute ephemera pieces. These pieces, I thought, oh yeah, this would be cute for cards. These would be cute for a scrapbook page. I mean, think about it. That could go on a scrapbook page because it's nice and big. Same thing with this. The circle. This little bit. I mean, they're just really, really cute. And there's a bunch of them. So you're getting 2 of each design. And I know we're getting close to our time, so I'm trying to go super fast here. So that's number 4. Number 5 is up here. Number 5 is a stencil in addition to the blending brush that you would need, or the stippling brush, I should say. So the first one would be your flowers. So this would be the outline. This would be your detail, and they both have your little number up here. Oh, no, there we go. 1 and 2. So you know this would be the first. So this would be like your lighter color. This would be your darker color. And then you have your leaves. So here's your 3 and here's your 4 for your leaves. And then you have the little brush that you need to do to get into those little nooks and crannies. I will have to play with this. All right, that's 5 and 6. These are adorable. They're puffy, and you get 2 sheets of them. 2 sheets of these adorable little puffs. Little puffy stickers. Cherries and bows and rainbows and cupcakes and strawberries and flowers. 2 sheets. So good. So good. So that's 6. 7 is down here, and it's another set of dies. So you will get a more like a postage stamp, I think. This is a rectangle, and then you have a layered rectangle that would go inside that. And then this one is your square, and it's 3 sizes for the square. Real pretty. I like these. So far, I'm telling you, I love the embellishments and the dies from Stampin' Up. And they will be going to all photopolymer starting in November, which is another big plus. And the packaging is changing too. It's going to be like envelopes, just like Close to My Heart had. 2 packages of Baker's Twine. That's number 8. Number 9 is up here. Number 9 was Remember the Picture My Life cards? It would be that kind of a thing. Pick the PML cards, but they are two-sided. So you have a journaling, and then you have some pretty bows. You have the leaves, pink leaves, and then, oh, isn't that just gorgeous? Put your sentiment on that. You are good to go. Another one, perfect for sentiment, and then teeny little flowers. That would make a beautiful journal card. And then you have flowers. You have the blue flowers, and then again, a real pretty journaling card. There we go. Flowers and stripes. Stripes, and it's a great day. Just a bunch of the fun stuff that matches those puppies. Wish You Were Here. Pink daisies. This just a washed pink. And then you have a real pretty blue. And then this would be, again, a real nice way to journal. And then you have little ephemera pieces that match. Leaves and bows and little brackets. That's about the shape of the die. And then a little tag. I mean, some are big, some are small, like a little bluebird. So cute. Little strawberries. This is on sale right now, or for sale, I should say, till supplies last. They only have so many, and a few of the other markets have already sold out. So get yours now. That was 9, 10. Where's number 10? Oh, down here. Number 10 is more little sequin. Ooh, I didn't close that up very well. It's flowers and little bows and little hearts, and they're all flat, just like a sequin would be. I mean, and that baggie is chock full. So that's number 10. Number 11 is over here. Number 11 is some glitter glue. And now I know you're going to go, that bottle looks very familiar. And I don't know if it's the same formula as the one close to my heart used to have so many, many moons ago. Don't know. That's number 11. And now number 12 is right here. There's only 12 little windows. You have a few more of those Picture My Life cards. However, these are already embossed. So you could run a blending brush over that to let these flowers pop up. So you will get 3 of this tiny flower and then 3 of this large flower. And again, just use a blending brush to get some color on that. And then you have a few dies, like die cuts. And these are very dainty. Try not to rip. Like you have the little leaves. You have hydrangea and then some tulips. But the part I love is right here. Let me get to it. It's this wreath. Just, oh my goodness. So dainty, so pretty. So if you want this, it is on the website. So you can go there and pick that up. And honestly, I think it is totally worth the value. You have so many options in this, and it is great for both the card maker and the scrapper. I'm looking forward to scrapping some things with this. Like maybe making a birthday page. I don't know, things like that. So I hope you enjoyed and have a super rest of your Sunday. And this video will move over to YouTube probably in the next day or two. And so please make sure you go over there, like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. Because again, Facebook only keeps it here for 30 days and then it's gone. But have a super duper rest of your Sunday. Have a fantastic and safe week. And I will see all of you Some of you next Saturday, the rest of you next Sunday night at 7 o'clock for our next Sunday fun day. Good night.